towers in Forma and how to do sun analysis. So let's get started. So in order to create a tower, we will be using the volume tool. So we will create our form first. And once we have the form, we can just add floors. And once you add floors, you can specify the level height as well as how many levels. So we will set it as 4 levels for the podium. And the upper floors, it can be really high, so around 15 meters maybe, 15 levels, and 3.2 meter each for the height level. And we can assign the bottom one as commercial and the upper one as residential. And we will create more towers because we're doing sun analysis. So let's do the other towers. So I'll create the second one. And again, do the same steps. Set the levels, level heights, the use of the levels, and create the upper floors. And you can do the same steps, add levels, level heights, and how many levels we want. And once we have the 2 towers, we can create a third tower. So we will create a bigger one on this corner. And repeat the same steps. And do the upper levels. Set this one as 12 levels. And make sure I assign the functions. And once I have them all, I think I will use the move tool to move this one closer to the other levels, to the other towers. And once I have that, I can create our final tower. Once I have that, just do the levels as well as the height, and repeat the steps. So there's a lot of repetitive steps here because we're creating 4 different towers with different shapes. And once we have all the 4 towers, we can create a site limit. And once we have that, we can create a zone around the limit. And once we have that, we can start doing our analysis. So there's like different types of analysis you can do in Forma, but we will be doing the sun analysis for these towers. So it is already set as winter, so we will just do winter sun analysis. And this might take a few seconds to load. But as you can see, there's like shadows hitting some of the buildings, and I think that's where most of our shaded parts will be. Well, if we got the sun analysis result, we can visualize the sun analysis better. So I think it's ready. So once it's ready, you can just click on it. And here you go. So we have the sun analysis here, and we can see the most shaded part as well as the most sunniest part during winter. And if we view it as a whole, you can see how the courtyard sort of gets shaded, and as well as like the south parts of the buildings, like the walls. And once we have that, we can just create another proposal. I think these tools or tool would be like very useful in like the early design stages, because you can create as much as proposals and test them with sun analysis and different other analysis as well. So we will be creating the building using a different tool. So the width was 12, so I'm just gonna try to make it a bit wider. I think 50 is a bit too wide, so I'll try 20. I think 20 is the right one. You can also add height using weights. Not sure what went wrong there. But here we have our building, and once we're happy with the building, I can try to add another building there, but I don't think it's necessary. So we can just do the analysis using this type of building, which is like a courtyard, and we can just do the site limit as well as the zone set. And once we have that, we can proceed to do our sun analysis. Hit run analysis. And we can see how the shadow is mostly hitting the part in the north, because it's like covering the shadow, covering the sun, as well as the other part of the building. And I think that's where the most shaded parts would be. But the analysis would tell us a better result, so it might take a few seconds to load. So here we have it. So we have the analysis. We can just open it and check. So I think the result was kind of expected. So the most shaded part on that end, and the most sunniest part on the upper levels. So yeah, this is how you can easily create analysis and towers using Forma. So thank you for watching.